This IM sounds really good and fun and have a really good thumping bass, and it costs only $20. So hello and welcome to Aftersound Review, and this is my review for a relatively new company in IM world, which is Sgore or Sgore. I'm not sure how to say that. It is the second release from Sgore. Previously they released Sgore Venus, which I have mixed opinion on that. But on this one, its second product, the Sgore Adonis. Now, I really like this kind of IM. Well, just like usual, I will break down this review from the build, fit, frequency response, sound, and comparison. Nothing really stands out in its build quality. It's all made of plastic and some metallic part that does looks good. I don't know, this part looks like a vent hole, but honestly I don't really feel an open feeling from it, so maybe it's just for decoration. Nevertheless, it does looks good. And the cable, I need to praise for this price point. After seeing lots of IM, this cable could be said as one of the best cable at $20. I mean, it's really flexible, it looks like a good quality cable, and it does also feels good and lightweight. It also fits nicely in my small ears. Really, I don't really have any problem with it, so basically I could wear them for hours without any complaint. Now, the tuning of this Sgore Adonis simply can be categorized as V-shape with a lot of bass and also a lot of forward mid-range. So basically, two things that you will hear the most from this IM is basically its bass punch and also its vocal forwardness. For $20 again, maybe this is the most fun bass that I've ever tried. I mean, I have tried a lot of bassy IMs like CCA, CRA, or maybe the KKZ HBB, but I have to say that the impact and also the texture of the bass, when it comes to impact and fun factor alone, I would say that this is the one that makes me shake my head the most. It has the best impact and texture for the bass area. If you are bass head, you want a lot of impacts, well, this is simply said, this is my recommendation for you, but it's not a really fast kind of bass. So if you're looking forward for fast-paced bass, maybe for metal music, this is not for you. But nevertheless, this is a really fun bass that's still nicely controlled. It never goes bleed into the mid-range. It's just not really fast. Mid-range is also forward, but it has a recession around its lower mid-range. So when you're hearing some vocalists like Michael Bublé, well, his vocal is not as thick as I'd like them to be, like the usual ones. It feels a little bit on the recessed, especially on the lower human voice. It's basically forwarding the upper human voices to match the energy of the bass itself, so making things still feels kind of fun, but also still clear at the same time. It's not all about the bass, but it's also about the vocal forwardness. But in terms of vocal balancing, well, this is not the most full sounding vocal that in this price point. I mean, if you try KKZ HBB, it has more fullness in the male vocalist, but nevertheless this IM has a nicely clear and forward kind of vocal. The treble is mostly smooth and without any strange peaks or sibilance here and there. Well, it's safely said that this is a safe treble, but it's not really detailed, and even though it has one dynamic driver and one balance armature, I honestly feel that I don't really feel the balance armature-ishness in the treble area. It just have a really nice sparkle here and without sounding harsh. So basically, this is a really fun kind of IM. If you are looking for an IM that packs a punch, also still keeping vocal sounds forward, that I would say suitable for pop music or EDM music, well, I think this is the one for you, especially at $20. But if you're searching for something that is neutral, it is bright, or you're looking for something that is laid back, simply said, this is not it. Technical and resolution wise, for $20, I would say that this is quite good, I would say, but it's definitely not the one that is highlighting its technical level. It's just like on the same level, if you like the KZD5, or simply say the Salmon Zero, is basically on the same level. The resolution and also notes impact, notes definition, and the detail level, it's just on that kind of level. So don't put your expectation too much on this. It's just a really nicely fun IM, but because of its bass impact and also texture, it does have a really good depth weight, so you will feel that this IM sounds kind of three-dimensional. But other than that, it's just good but not outstanding. Now, how is it compared to, well, like KKZ HBB? Simply said, KKZ HBB is the more thicker sounding one. It has more body in the mid-range, but the bass is more slower, and even though it's somehow feels thicker, but it's not as impactful as this Sgor Adonis. So if you like bass after the KKZ HBB, this is my next recommendation. This is, for me, this is a better bass impact compared to the KKZ HBB and more vocal forwardness at that, giving a more sense of resolution and clarity. Simply said, yeah, this is the new budget bass head recommendation IM for me. How is it compared to the KZ Krilla? Well, KZ Krilla is another IM that around $20 also, and also using a single dynamic driver and one balancer armature. Well, simply said, the KZ Krilla on paper and on measurement, it's more neutral sounding, less bass punch, and also less mid-range forwardness with more treble sparkle. In my ears, it simply sounds more leaner and bright. Now, like I said, in the Sgor Adonis, I don't really find the BA-ness on the Sgor Adonis, which is a good thing for me because it sounds natural. But in this KZ Krilla, no matter what kind of music, I still feel that there's a BA-ness treble in this IM. The timbre is a little bit plasticky, not as natural as the Sgor Adonis, but the KZ Krilla is more airy. I have to say airy, more treble sparkle up there. But if I have to say, I actually really enjoy the Adonis more than the Krilla. Comparing them again with my favorite $20 IM, the KZ Defy, simply said, KZ Defy sounds more neutral and more natural. It is somehow it's just, I really love this kind of tonal. For me, it's just more balanced overall, giving a better performance in the mid-range, balancing male and female vocal. But I have to say, in terms of fun factor and wow factor, the Sgor Adonis is definitely more fun. But if you compare them in really good recorded music, I would say that the Sgor Adonis sounds a little bit more grainy and a little bit more artificial compared to the KZ Defy. The KZ Defy is still my favorite, but I definitely understand that if you like fun, this IM is simply more fun. In the end, do I recommend this Sgor Adonis? Definitely yes. If you like impact, you like forward mid-range, you like forward bass that is well textured, this is for you. Well, this is the Sgor Adonis really kind of surprised me because I don't really like the Venus, even though I would say that it's quite good. But the Sgor Adonis, it's good, and I would say that IMs like KZ should learn a thing or two for the cable. The cable is simply good. So that's all I could say about this Sgor Adonis. Good job, Sgor, for your second product. This is really good for $20. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.